Just war theory is a set of rules that helps people decide when it is right to go to war and how wars should be fought fairly. It is meant to prevent unnecessary violence by setting moral limits on the reasons for going to war and the ways war is carried out. The theory includes two main parts, one about starting a war for a good reason, like self-defense or protecting others, and one about acting fairly during the war, such as not hurting civilians and using only the force that is needed. The goal is to make sure that war is only used as a last resort and done in a controlled and respectful way. Now let's look at some examples. Imagine a country is attacked without warning and decides to defend itself. According to just war theory, this could be a justified reason to go to war because it is protecting its people. Another example is a group of countries working together to stop serious harm being done in another country, such as protecting innocent people from danger. During a war, if soldiers avoid harming civilians and follow international rules, their actions may follow the rules of just war theory. These examples show how the theory tries to keep war limited and focused on justice. Now let's look at some strengths of just war theory. One strength is that it sets clear moral guidelines for leaders and soldiers. This helps people make difficult decisions during times of conflict while still trying to respect human life. Another strength is that it encourages peaceful solutions before violence. The theory says that war should only happen when all other options have failed. A third strength is that it focuses on fairness during war, helping to protect civilians and reduce suffering by setting limits on weapons, targets, and behaviour. However, just war theory is not without its weaknesses. One weakness is that it can be hard to agree on what counts as a just reason for war. Different sides may both believe they are acting fairly, which can cause confusion or conflict. Another weakness is that it's difficult to follow all the rules once war begins. Even if leaders want to act fairly, war is unpredictable, and mistakes can happen that break the rules. A final weakness is that the theory is based on ideas of fairness, but real-world decisions are often shaped by politics, fear, or pressure, which can lead to unfair outcomes anyway. Now let's look at some alternatives to just war theory. One alternative is pacifism, which says that war is never right, no matter the reason. People who follow this view believe that peaceful methods should always be used instead of violence. Another alternative is realism, which argues that countries should focus only on their own interests and not worry about fairness in war. Realism sees war as a natural part of life between countries and doesn't believe moral rules should apply. While just war theory tries to mix fairness with practical action, these alternatives offer very different views on how to deal with conflict.